and welcome to our lecture series in our course in Science, Technology, and Society. So my name is Michael Gonzalez, and I'm excited to guide you through this fascinating interdisciplinary field that explores the what we call intricate connections between science, technology, and society we live in. So in this course, we'll be diving deep into how scientific discoveries and technological advancements have not only shaped our world but have also been influenced by the cultural, political, and economic context in which they arise. So we'll explore how these interactions play out in various sectors with a special focus in agriculture, an area that is both fundamental to our survival and central to many of the challenges we face today. So, as students of agriculture, understanding the history, the impact of science and technology on society will equip you with the tools to critically assess the current practices and also to contribute to future innovations. Whether we're discussing the ancient roots of farming techniques or the latest in precision agriculture, we'll always consider the broader societal implications, ensuring that our solutions are not just technically sound but also socially and ethically responsible. So throughout this course, we'll examine key questions such as how have technological advancements in agriculture transformed societies over time? And what are the ethical considerations we must keep in mind as we innovate? And how can we use this knowledge to address the pressing issues of food security, sustainability, and social equity? I'm looking forward to engaging discussions and thought-provoking insights as we explore these topics together. So let's embark on this journey to better understand the powerful interplay between science, technology, and society, and how we can apply this knowledge to shape a better future for agriculture and beyond. My warm greetings to everyone and welcome to my lecture presentation about Introduction to Science, Technology, and Society. My name is Michael Victor Gonzalez from West Visayas State University, College of Agriculture and Forestry. So let's begin. So first, let's discuss the definition and the scope of science, technology, and society. So the science, technology, and society is an interdisciplinary field that explores the interactions and interdependencies between science, technology, and societal institutions. It examines how scientific knowledge and technological advancements shape and are shaped by social values, norms, politics, and culture. The science, technology, and society aims to understand the complex relationships between scientific innovation and our social or societal change, considering both the positive contributions and unintended consequences. So here in the diagram, the technology is the use or application of scientific knowledge for a what we call scientific specific goal or purpose, which is for the society. Okay, so here in our science, it gives information to the technology, and the technology returns back of demands more. And the relationship between technology and society, it makes life easier.
And the society, in return back to the technology, it benefits from that technology. So if you can see the relationship between the society and science, the science seeks to improve society, and the society, if you can notice, it demands more of the science to make to improve life, to make life more efficient and effective in our day-to-day activities. So let's give a more uh, definition of the science. Okay, so science, it refers to the systematic study of natural world through observation, experimentation, and analysis. So through this uh, practices of observation, experimentation, and analysis, this will provide the foundational knowledge necessary for our technological innovation. So the technology involves the application of the scientific knowledge to create tools, systems, and devices that solve practical problems. So it also includes everything from simple tools, from primitive time, until we reach to the complex digital system, which is present nowadays. So the society encompasses the organized structures and systems that govern the human interactions, including cultural norms, economic systems, and political institutions. Our society influences scientific research agendas and adoption of technologies. So, what are the scope of scientific technology in society? Includes. So, first, the ethical considerations. How should we balance? Question is, how should we balance technological innovation with ethical principles? So, for example, um, debates around genetically modified organisms in agriculture. So, before I used to plant GMO corn, but when I discovered that somehow it's controversial, I also decided to not to cultivate it anymore with some reasons of ethical consideration. Another one is the policy implications. How do science and technology influence our policy making and vice versa? The role of government in regulating our agricultural biotechnology is also a key example. So in our country, in the Philippines, so there are some policy that uh, are being implemented to regulate the biotechnology in our country. So, especially in our modern animal biotechnology, where ethical considerations are highly being recognized, especially if you're dealing with life. Next is our cultural impact. How do technological changes affects our cultural practices and our societal norms? So consider how the mechanization of farming has transformed rural life. Okay, through the technology, it makes farming more efficient. It can cultivate a much wider area compared to the traditional farming. But still, cultural impact differs from region to region or from every area. We have a different culture that our modernization is somehow um, has a challenges to really materialize. Historical perspectives on the relationship between science, technology, and society. So, in the relationship between science, technology, and society, it has evolved over time because of uh, scientific analysis, scientific through research and technology. So, our um, if you can notice, there was a huge um, influence in our traditions, in our agricultural farming, not only in agriculture, but in all walks of life. So the science, technology, and society has clearly evolved through further advancing in the science and technology. And it follows also the society. So when there is a new technology, somehow another challenges arise. That's why the people continuously seek to make our life more better. But in every technology and every science, somehow there is a opposite uh, consequences. That is why we should always look into a ethical considerations for its long-term impact. So let's proceed to the pre-industrial era. So science and agriculture in early agricultural societies. So the scientific knowledge was primarily based on their empirical observations. So if you uh, look further in our historical archive, there are calendars that was be discovered using stones from our early societies. They already discovered through the observation the patterns of climate, of weather, the rain, and the seasons. So that is through their observations. And farmers develop techniques such as crop rotation, selective breeding through trial and error without formal scientific understanding. And the technology in agriculture, uh, in this era, tools like plow and irrigation system were technologically innovations that significantly increased agricultural productivity and shaping the economic and social structures of our early civilization. So here, example for our agricultural students, understanding the traditional farming practices can help students to appreciate the roots of our modern agricultural science nowadays. So, for instance, the shift from manual labor to mechanized farming in our country has a deep historical roots, tracing back to simple innovations like wooden plow, if you can see here. Now, uh, there are modern farms that are utilizing the mechanization that really make it our farming more effective and more efficient. Then let's proceed to the 20th century and beyond. So the science and society in this era saw the rise of what we call interdisciplinary research, where science began to address a what we call complex societal challenges. So through when the society advances, our problem are also become more complex, including our food security, environmental sustainability, and public health. That is why the United Nations has what we call Sustainable Development Goals, where our institutions are also um, anchored to these Sustainable Development Goals for what we call interdisciplinary research. So our institution are conducting researches that address this um, SDG initiatives of the United Nations. Then the technology and agriculture. So the Green Revolution of the 1960s and 1970s introduced high-yield crop varieties, synthetic fertilizers, and also pesticides in this era. So these technological advancements significantly increased a global food production, but it also raised concerns about our environmental degradation and our social in inequality. So if you can notice, if there's an advancement in technology, somehow there's consequences that needs to be considered. So that's why there are some movements that are questioning the green revolution if it's really a blessing or a curse. Some propaganda that wants to question what the green revolution has uh, impact on the society as a whole. Okay, so let's proceed to the example for our agricultural students. So the Green Revolution had a profound impact on the Philippines agriculture, and our students can analyze how the introduction of high-yielding varieties, such as the IR8, or what we call the miracle rice, transformed the local farming practices and influenced the country's food security policies. So you may also uh, check this article for your further readings. So for our conclusion, so we need to have a better understanding of a historical relationship between science, technology, and society that provides our agriculture students with a deeper appreciation of how these current practices nowadays and challenges have evolved. So this context is crucial for developing a what we call innovative solutions that are not only scientifically sound but also socially and ethically responsible. So for our references uh, that are gathered for this lecture, for our citations, and thank you very much for being part of our lecture. So I'll see you again on our next topic. Thank you and have a good day.